Right now is your window of opportunity to think ahead for the holidays. That's why we brought David Leite, cookbook author and publisher of Leite's Culinaria, to show us how to plan for your holiday dinner. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much, Teresa.
You look so festive in your red sweater.
Thank you. Yes, it's my festive Santa Claus outfit.
So when should we really start your Santa Claus outfit? Not quite. When should we start thinking about planning for the holidays, do you think?
I think right after Thanksgiving.
Really? Don't waste any time.
No.
One into the other.
Right into the other. The reason why is I think you want to know what you're making, and you have holiday parties, so you want to make sure everything's organized. You can get things shopped ahead. You can buy those things that are non-perishable way early so you're not dealing with crowds. And then the closer you get, the more and more perishable items that you'll buy. And then you start making your menu, you know, and you just start going right through it. And so the day of the festivities, you're not crazy. Because Thanksgiving,
that helps, though,
I was
right?
crazy. I was nuts on Thanksgiving. I had a bad Thanksgiving. The fire department came.
Oh, well, that's a good story. Do you want to share any further details about that? Did you burn the turkey?
No, I was making a pie, and I burned the filling. It had maple syrup in it, and smoke.
And that smokes, right? Set the detector off.
Everything.
Well, you could try again at Christmas, right? What are we making here today, David?
We are making fennel baked in cream, and I know all the calorie alerts are going off in the area. People going, I can't do it with cream.
C word,
yes, exactly, the big C word. But the truth of the matter is, it's the holidays, and don't you give gifts at the holidays?
Sure.
So why can't we give the gift of pleasure and food to ourselves?
I like that.
Right?
You called this a big dish?
This is a big dish. It's baked in cream. So we have fennel baked in cream, and of course you have potatoes baked in cream, and you have potatoes and celery root baked in cream, and celery root baked in cream, and basically any root vegetable you can bake in cream, a little Parmesan cheese, a little salt and pepper in the oven, and you're done.
Okay.
Takes all of 10 minutes to prepare.
Now, I have only had fennel in one way. After dinner, it's placed on the table like this.
With all the fronds?
With everything on top of it.
Oh, my gosh.
And then you break it off and you chew on it.
Yes. It's like a palate cleanser. Cleans,
exactly.
Yeah, because there's a lot of garlic a lot of times in Italian food. I love that. I think it's very wonderful. I sometimes take the fronds, and I'll chop them up, and I'll put them on a salad.
The fronds? Is that what that is?
They're fully fronds. These are kind of like limp fully fronds, because they've been in the light for a while. But I'll chop them up. I'll put them on salads, sometimes a garnish for fish. Just a little bit light. It's very nice and kind of refreshing.
Okay, well, let's get started.
All right, great. Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to lop off all of that. That goes. And then you have the bulb. And then what you do is you cut right down the
I'm
middle.
already smelling the licorice.
Yeah. Oh, it's just wonderful. Now, when you would do something with a salad, let's say, see, that's the core. You would not want the core, so you would cut it in a quarter, and you would just basically cut out that.
Okay.
Because that can be kind of tough. For this dish, you don't have to worry about it, because it's baked for an hour and a half.
It's going to get soft, isn't it?
Exactly.
Okay.
And all you do is you take it and you cut down into 1/4 inch slices or wedges. And you do that for basically 2 bulbs. And you'll do both of these bulbs, which I have right here. And then this is the easy part.
Okay.
All you do is you take, this is a cup and a half of Parmesan cheese. You put a cup of cheese here.
Now, I saw you grating that. Is that what we want to do?
Yes.
By a block of it?
Yes.
Okay.
And you want Parmigiano Reggiano, the real Italian stuff. You don't want any kind of domestic cheese. It's not nearly as good. And you put in basically 2/3. And the rest will be on top.
Right.
Then you take 2 cups of cream, and I know people are freaking out.
It's okay, put it in.
You're my kind of gal. You just put it all in there. And then all it is on top of that is a little bit of pepper.
All right.
A little bit of salt. Over the shoulder for good luck. Always have to do that.
Okay.
Always. And then it's just a matter of just stirring it up.
Now, do you have to grease the pan or anything?
No.
No,
No,
okay.
there's enough fat in this. You don't have to worry about that.
It wouldn't stick then, okay.
Exactly. So once you have that all nicely mushed up in there and smushed up in there, you just put it in the pan.
Now, is this something you could do ahead of time, or you really have to do it day of?
This is the interesting thing. I thought you had to do it the day of, but I made what's in the oven last night, and I did it to the step that we do here, and I'll show it.
All right.
Show you, and then you just heat it off, finish it off in the oven that next day. And what you want to do is you want to make sure that the round parts of the fennel are just toward the end, just because it makes
it fits nicely then, right?
Exactly. It's nice and festive and pretty. And you put it there, so you arrange it, and you fill in any kind of holes like we have there. Okay, so that's kind of pretty. Sometimes I spread them out a little bit, so when they heat and they brown, you see these nice little swirls. And then, of course, what do we have?
Little butter.
Little butter. Now, I've only done 2 tablespoons.
Yeah, that's going to make it kind of brown and nice on the top, right?
You can do 2 to 4. Now, this is actually, as you know, a classic Italian dish. And the Italians have no problem with butter, and God love them because they shouldn't.
Or cheese, or cream for that matter.
All the good things in life they have no problem with.
All right, now you're going to put that in the oven at, what is it baking at?
At 425. Let me just clean my hands here.
Sure.
It's at 425. And that goes in for an hour, covered with foil. Take the foil off. Another half hour, you sprinkle the cheese on, the remaining cheese. Another half hour. And that's it.
Let's talk about your website.
Yes.
New improvements?
New improvements. Well, we are turning 13 in February.
Oh, a teenager.
Congratulations.
Finally.
So now it's going to have to get its own cell phone because it's a teenager. Yes, it's actually one of the oldest websites on the internet, and I'm very proud of that. And we have some new columns coming up.
Okay.
The most exciting one for me, it's called Never Cook Naked, and other kitchen wisdom.
There's a tip.
Isn't that nice?
Can you expand on that, please?
I certainly can. We have Bruce Weinstein and Mark Scarborough, two wonderful writers. Can you move that?
Yes,
Great.
of course.
Writers and cooks are going to be doing an advice column. Because people write us all these times about, what do I do with leftover fennel, or what can I do with this, or why does my pie always turn black, or like mine, or why does it catch on fire?
Why does the fire department come?
So they're going to be basically answering those questions for you with a lot of wit, a lot of wisdom, and so we came up with that idea of Never Cook Naked, which I think is very funny.
Okay.
And we have a lot of slideshows that we're doing now. We have a Christmas slideshow on the site right now, Hanukkah slideshow, Christmas cookie slideshow, side dish slideshow.
You can get some great ideas then, right?
And you just sit there and you watch these slides go by and you go, I want to make that, or I want to make that. And you can take them, print them out, put them in your folder, and you're perfectly fine, all set to go.
And I follow you on Twitter, by the way. You always have some good tips.
Oh, how wonderful.
Absolutely. So this looks delightful. We're going to try this at the end of the show.
Yes, I'm not going to feed you now.
It's a little hot.
Yeah, a little hot. But that's what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
And so you would make it right to the stage we did, put it in for an hour, take it out, let it cool, refrigerate it, put it back in the oven with the cover off, a little bit of cheese, and you're all set. And look how gorgeous that is.
It is beautiful. All right.
All right.
If you want the recipe, just find it on WTNH.com and come